Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, where today we are going to be playing with Amatsu, and where I am doing something potentially kinda stupid. But we'll see. Because I figured that aerial style is probably the best one to use against Amatsu, because it's the one most able to deal with the fact that he's not always on the ground. In fact, he's always not on the ground. So aerial style lets us actually get up there and hit parts of him. But the stupid part is that I haven't used aerial longsword since the demo for Monster Hunter Generations, you know, on the 3DS years ago. So using it against a G-rank Elder Dragon might not be the best plan. But we'll see. And since this is a G-rank Amatsu, we might get to see its G-rank move, which is a complete and utter disappointment. Like, Double Cross and Gen U are the first game that Amatsu has had a G-rank version in. So, I mean, the bar is kind of high. Amatsu's a really neat monster, one of my favorites. And it never been in G rank before. So they could have done any number of things with it, but they were like, yeah, let's give it a tail sweep. It's not even an intimidating tail sweep. He just kind of sits his tail on the ground and then sweeps it. Like, it's nothing special. It's an utter disappointment. Oh. Kind of would have liked to level up my spirit meter before getting the mount, but I'll take the mount. I'm pretty sure I need to use jumping attacks to be able to initiate my spirit strikes. So I guess I should, get more spirit. We're running Sakura Slash simply because it's a good way to actually keep my spirit meter leveled up. There's the G-rank tail sweep. So yeah, we've already seen it. And surprising everyone, A, it didn't hit me, and B, it was just really non-interesting. Interestingly, the last time I fought Amatsu with a longsword, it was adept style, so I guess not being in Valor for Amatsu is the usual for me. It's kind of interesting how we get two slices on our jumps. And let's just confirm. Yeah, the R button does nothing when I'm on the ground. Oh, interesting. So if I nail him while I'm in the air, I can actually go right into that. That's actually really useful. You can level that up really easily in aerial. All right, we hit something. That means we're in red, and red is good. I just tried to get into Valor stance. It did not work. I wonder why. Yeah, this is definitely going to be all about dodging and proper positioning. So the Fade Slash will probably see some use here if I'm actually playing properly. It's actually a bit of a shame that our Spirit Slashes are locked to jumping, because it means that, for instance, if he comes over this way, and then we bind him, I mean, he didn't really come over this way, but if we bind him like this, we can't just use spirit strikes only while he's down. It's easy enough to go into the spirit combo, but the fact that it requires a jump is not ideal. I really do like that we get multiple strikes with a single button press when we jump. That's neat. Aerial longsword's kind of fun. Though honestly, for longsword, basically every style is good. Because striker's pretty good, because longsword has so many very good hunter arts. Valor is great because you get that parry. Adept is great because it's really quick to do its spirit moves, and that's very useful, and Adept itself is just solid. Guild is good because, hey, it's Guild Longsword. Like, there isn't a bad style for Longsword. Nice, we managed to get our meter up before he hopped on for the mount. Feel free to roar, buddy. I do not mind. So his back's already broken. Face isn't. And I guess neither is his hand. And it looks like we got a break on each of those things. Still got one more face break to get. And again, I tried to dodge that with a Valor dodge, but you can't do that when you're not in Valor mode, and haha! I jumped off your tail sweep, sir. And there goes arm number 2, leaving only face break number 2 and tail cut. I definitely feel like aerial was the right call. Ooh. We don't really have far to run, and the ballista is right there. Whoop. Got pulled in quite a bit there, but we were far enough away. That attack is very, very painful. So, yeah, I do everything I can to avoid being hit by it. Honestly, I think aerial might have the easiest time leveling up its spirit gauge, because it's 2 button presses. Well, 3 if you count the B button to actually get the vault initially. So we jump, 1, 2. Simple as that. I'm very pleased to have gotten those hits on the tail. Ow. I mean, thankfully I am kind of used to aerial style in general, because aerial switch axe was what I mained on my Japanese game. So, like, I don't have to get used to the aerial dodge. It's something that I'm already familiar with. If it was an unknown quantity, well, then we'd probably be having a heck of a lot more trouble than we are. Ow. Shame he didn't happen to put any parts of himself in our way there. Still, this isn't for you, so running out of red doesn't put us in nothing. That was a hell of a nerf. Though I didn't use longsword back then. I'm just aware that that nerf was a thing. And I can definitely agree. Yep, it sounds terrible. Let's go ahead and not get lasered. Getting lasered is generally bad for our health. Dang it. At least we only got hit by the wind effect, but I would have liked to finish sharpening. Don't spit at me. What did I just tell you not to do? I actually should get some spirit before I go trying to use this binder. Ow. Because the thing is, if I get him knocked down and I've got no spirit to do anything, well then what the heck was even the point of the knockdown? Dang it. Here, I thought I had moved far enough out of the way, but apparently it spits out the water ball slightly later than I expected. And it's got a slightly wider hitbox than I expected, so we still took the hit. Alright, now we are full. No, we don't want to use the regular ballista ammo. That's not good. Wow, I missed. At point blank. That time I didn't. And we were able to clearly see that the excess hordes come from literally nowhere. Alright, that'll do some good work towards getting us the face break. Dang it. If only it had fallen slightly farther, we might have actually nailed it. Ow. I do feel like Adept has a little bit of an advantage when it comes to actually landing the last hit of its spirit combo, because it's mostly vertical, whereas for aerial it's mostly horizontal. Having it be vertical has the advantage of, whoop, let's get out of there. We almost managed to just run straight out unscathed. But yeah, mostly horizontal means that you gotta hit the low-hanging parts, whereas mostly vertical means you can just hit whatever the heck you can reach. And we finally entered phase 2. Yep, couldn't reach nothing there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just flash him so that he attacks randomly. I was kind of hoping to nail the tail with that, because I was thinking, oh, maybe he'll just sit there and taunt or something, but no, he had to turn like some kind of jerk. So we do have regular ballista ammo, and we can use it on the face, because that is something that we can still break with it. I really need to realize that he tracks me pretty much right until the moment the water ball comes out of his mouth. That's twice now I've gotten hit because it's like, oh, he started it and wasn't facing in the place where I am now, so I must be safe. But neither time was I safe. I was just trying to be cheeky there, thinking that maybe, oh, if his face happens to point towards me during this animation, the flash will work and stop the things, and then I could just point at him and be all like, ballista, ballista, ballista. Well, now I'm just going to shoot once, because if we just sit here, we're completely safe. Because we're holding on to the ballista. We can't be sucked in. Amazing how it doesn't suck our cats in. Amazing and also good. Because if it did suck our cats in, well, they would just die. Probably should have kept a ballista shot so that we could use that trick again later in Potentia. So let's just grab one right now. There we go. And we'll just keep that to enable cheese tactics. Whoops. Oh, here comes some water lasers. Ah, but they're going for the cat. I really do like how Amatsu gets much more aggressive in Phase 2. Makes the fight harder, but honestly, whenever monsters can kick things into high gear, it keeps my interest. And there go the horns. And there's the tail. We are done breaking this Amatsu. So now we just gotta do damage. Ow. Do damage while ideally having damage not be done to us. And that's a ride. So now we can definitely do damage while not having damage done to us. Probably could have just kept stabbing and been fine. But hey, this way we know we win the mini game. Dang it. It was just a little bit too short on Spirit to actually finish my Spirit combo there. Ew. Blue Sharp is absolutely disgusting. I hate it. Probably like one hit away from getting Sakura Slash ready. Just need to actually freaking land one of these vault attempts. There we go. Would have been nice if I actually landed the Spirit Slash as well. Well, that's one way to keep someone from jumping on you. This Amatsu just does not want to be jumped on, and it also doesn't want to give me my ability to get my spirit gauge up. If we can reach the ballista, that would be great. Yay, now we're safe, and we don't have to care about this move. I mean, we're still within range that we're going to have to clear out now. Yeah, we definitely would have gotten hit if we stayed on the ballista. All right, we got one hit. That's all we truly needed. Of course, getting the second hit would have been nice for damage. But getting the one hit at least got us leveled up into red gauge, which, hooray, that's damage. Red gauge is where we always want to be. Unfortunately, the gauge level up that we get from Sakura Slash is of shorter duration than one obtained through natural means. Which means we basically are on a timer to get it leveled up again so we can get the long duration. But it looks like we're going back down to yellow. Come on, buddy, just let me jump on you some more. Ow. Forgot how stamina hungry aerial style can be. Good, we got red gauge. That G-rank tail sweep just looks so dumb. As like, of all the moves you could have given him, why a tail sweep? Like, I was expecting some nifty-looking laser or something, but nope, it's a tail sweep. Where he just plops his tail onto the ground and sweeps it. Like, the move uses none of Amatsu's signature traits. Doesn't use the fact that he's always flying. It doesn't use water. It doesn't use lasers. It's just, hey, what if this monster that's always flying put its tail on the ground? Shame that flinch actually raised its altitude. That flinch, on the other hand, was rather helpful. Kind of sucks that I just wasted my Sakura Slash, though. Dang it. Couldn't jump over tail. Someone does not want me jumping near him. Ow. Glad I managed to get out of the way of that. Would have hurt a little bit. Altogether, Amatsu isn't nearly as threatening as Elatrion. Which is actually kind of good. Makes it a bit more of a laid-back fight. He doesn't hit so hard, so really the main challenge is just getting your hits in on a monster that can move such long distances and that is basically never on the ground. It's that last bit that's the real thing. It's just you gotta find ways to hit it, and aerial style definitely provides those. Back in Portable Third, there was no aerial style. So we just had to use our weapons as they were, hope that we could get our hits in. Ow. I really am glad Amatsu came back from Portable Third, though. Because prior to Gen, Amatsu had missed every game since Portable Third. And according to Capcom, that's because they felt it was specifically a Yukumo problem, so in a game without Yukumo, why would they have Amatsu? Like, it wouldn't make sense to have Amatsu in a game without Yukumo. It's like, it's more of a Misty Peaks problem, I would say. Totally could have had it in 3U. 3U had Misty Peaks. And you could put it in other places. It's not like you decided, oh, Elatrion has to stay in the Sacred Ground. You moved that guy to freaking Ingle Isle. Though that was in Generations, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't think Elatrion was in 4U, was he? I don't recall. But still, they moved him. That's the key there. Well, I guess now I can just lay here to avoid the lasers. Avoiding lasers the easy way. Ow. Feeling like it's about time for another mount. Of course, that requires me to actually hit the thing with some jumps and the attacks that follow them. Coming back the other way. It really kind of bothers me that it gains altitude when it flinches. That's like the exact opposite of what you want to have happen when it flinches. I'm kind of amazed I managed to avoid getting hit there and actually managed to get a hit myself. Though we definitely need to get another spirit combo finished because we need to get back to red. I like red. Red is good. Red is more damage than yellow by about 10%. Yeah, I'm pretty sure white is 5%, yellow is 10%, and red is 20% damage boost. Relative to base, not relative to each other. If it was relative to each other, then dang, red would be super strong. But no, red is just very strong. And there's a mount. And looks like we'll be able to Sakura Slash pretty much right away. Once it's down. And I continue to not mind when he yells. Dang it. Ooh, someone is doing his signature move, which is still really, really cool. Like, that's just a cool move. Also, he will always do it before he dies, so you cannot kill him without him doing it at least once. At least as far as I know. Incidentally, they made Nakarkos' super laser the same way in G rank. Which, honestly, I'm fine with that. I'm totally cool with the fact that you can't kill a monster before it does its signature move. Though, I think what they need to do, if they want to do that, is just make it so that the monster uses the move fairly early on. Like, for Amatsu, I'm pretty sure it only starts using it once it's below, like, 30 or 20% health. And for Nakarkos, it's just... they literally make it so that its HP cannot go below 1 until it has used the move. So, like, the Nakarkos way is less good in my eyes. Because that makes it so that sometimes the only reason the thing isn't dead is because it hasn't used its move. So it spends some time being completely unkillable and with nothing you do helping anything. I finished sharpening. That's what counts. I definitely need to use that Nullberry because, as we discussed a little while ago, aerial style is super stamina hungry. We're probably not getting another mount, but jumps are still among the best ways to gain spirit because it's 2 hits in a short time. Plus, it also gives me a little bit of hunter art gain every time I jump. And I like being able to use more Sakura Slash, just as I like having more spirit to use. Probably shouldn't have done that before getting one more spirit generation hit in, because then we could have at least had our spirit gauge at the glowy point, so it would be doing more damage for us, but oh well. Oh hey, we got stunned. Just rolling right on out of that. Time for a ration while he's doing this. And now our spirit's back to nothing. Might not have been the worst idea to keep unhinged spirit rather than swapping to Sakura Slash, simply because it's so easy to level up my spirit gauge in aerial style. I mostly used Sakura Slash and Adept because that way I was able to level up my gauge without needing to rely on what the monster's doing for me. And I was of the mindset like, oh, it just makes it easier to keep my gauge at red, which it does. But aerial doesn't really need that additional ease. Not nearly to the point where Adept did, at least. Ow. Ow. Sorry, buddy, I'm behind you. You can't laser me. We're getting a good number of flinches. Ow. And he's mad, which is fine by me. This is admittedly less fine. Good. If you can't get that flinch, do not try and go in. I was just banking on it, and I lucked out. Because, yeah, if we hadn't gotten the flinch, then we almost certainly would have died. And there we go. That was a very smooth Amatsu. And now we get to watch the place brighten up. And we got a Heavenly Dragon's Fire, which is nice. It's always nice when you get the rarest thing from the first carve. And now we gotta go all the way over there for the tail. Thankfully, there's time. And a couple of stormtails. Not bad. And we'll just sit here with this rainbow behind us. I wonder, if I was using aerial style on Elatrion, would we have killed him faster? I feel like I might do better with aerial than with Valor. At least for things that I'm not super down on the parry timing. Like Tigrex, I can tear him apart with Valor because he's really easy to read. But I feel like monsters I can't read so well, I might do better with aerial or adept. I don't know. I'm still going to be using Valor, though. And that's going to be it for this episode. Join us next time when we play with Nakarkos. See you then, friends.